Hello, joining us all on the stream. We are back after a few weeks off because, well, you know, the Christmas period is very, very busy and life just takes over sometimes. So we're delighted to see that there are 3 people watching. One of them is me, and one of them may very well be Dan,
That's
and
me.
the other one might be Duncan. So we're just talking to ourselves. Hello, us. If there is anyone else watching, thanks very much for joining.
You know what they say about like box offices and stuff? It's quality, not quantity.
Exactly, that's right. And so today it's basically a pre-Christmas ramble. It's been ages. Christmas is coming up. We're going to be looking at all sorts of just random stuff, things we want to see. There might even be, I heard rumours of a little bit of slash fiction potentially being read out, maybe. But we'll see if we get to that.
Do not build that up. Don't build it up.
But anyway, let's do the instructions because there may be very well people watching who've completely forgotten what our names are. So let's say hello to Russ.
What's up?
Hello to Duncan.
Blessings to you all on the solstice days. Also, this is our first podcast of the month and our last one of the year.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's very good. What a tagline. What a tagline. And Dan, hello.
Hello. I got a couple of things to say. Firstly, I'm wearing my Batman Christmas jumper.
Nice.
As you can see, because I'm festive as fuck. I don't care what anyone says. Duncan's headdress, and that I will not call it anything else, is very distracting. It makes it look like the whole thing's loading, like in the corner of my eye. Yeah. It feels like there's something loading. I'm just like,
thought.
What's going on?
It's
yeah, exactly.
All my good ideas.
Yeah.
And I am Tom. So we are gonna, as I said, we're just gonna do Christmas rambles. So
Crambles.
grab yourself a. Oh, that takes me back to Brambles, Drambles, Bio Rambles, Sky Rambles. There's probably one of each of those on our YouTube channel somewhere. But that's what we're going to be doing. So grab yourself a festive drink, some mulled wine, kiss your partner or whoever you're with at the moment under the mistletoe. The more awkward, the better. And enjoy a little bit of TMTOOH fun. Over to you, Dan.
Yeah, don't just kiss anyone. Some people don't want to be kissed. Like,
Okay,
I'll tell you what.
Have a brief conversation about consent, and then if everyone's on board.
Rapey.
Yeah, but my belief was if you say to someone, I've got some mistletoe, would you like to kiss under the mistletoe? And the other person goes no, then you would go, fair dues, that's fine, that's your prerogative. And then give the next person, hello, I have some mistletoe. Would you like to kiss under the mistletoe? And they say no, and you go,
it's a
fine.
Numbers game.
It is. Eventually, someone will go yes, and you'd give them a very, distinguished and dignified kiss on the cheek or kiss on the hand or whatever feels appropriate for that moment.
Yeah.
Just stay safe and remember, rubber up. So.
I mean, it's not bad advice. It's not maybe given in the best way.
There's
Merry
I'm
Christmas,
not watching,
one and
so
all.
there's actually 2 other people watching.
Yeah.
We don't do this for the people. We do this for us. And streaming it is the only way that we don't start at like 11:45 p.m.
And of course, the YouTube Cash Millions today, which are being given to us very nicely by Greggs. So thanks to Greggs for, appearing in this podcast this week.
What's your go-to at Greggs?
I'm very partial to their steak bake. That was me miming the steak encapsulated with pastry.
My body is my tool.
Yeah, I am a babe.
Go to Greg's. I actually earlier had a sausage, bean, and cheese pastry.
That's the winner.
That sounds
choice.
absolutely filthy.
It is, but it's nice.
Do you remember they
It
used
is
to do
really
the
nice.
chicken, bacon, and mayonnaise sandwiches in there?
Yeah.
Those were always pretty bloody good from
They'll
Greggs.
do kind of like a club. I mean, it's festive, so I'm going to have a Christmas bake. And we've had one. Emma had one previously and said it wasn't that good. We had one the other day. It was actually a good one. So the quality is variable at the moment, but they've also got an amazing looking pigs in blankets.
I have a fun I have a fun question.
It's amazing.
Potentially, just a fun conversation starter. What have been the Christmassy sandwiches / food that you have all experienced so far this year?
Like in terms of like supermarket stuff, I've had the M&S peri peri turkey bun thing.
Ooh.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's very Christmassy, but it was nice.
I think at Christmas, if something has turkey in it, I think it almost gets a free pass.
You can do whatever you want with it as long as it's turkey.
There's a cafe in Wheathampstead called Loafing that does a spectacular turkey ciabatta with stuffing and pigs in blankets in it. That is cracking. Well worth.
That sounds amazing.
Well worth heading over there.
Anyone had the M&S Christmas Club?
Yes, I've had that.
My wife is.
I had that when I was in St Albans. Very nice.
They had that in because Costa now do M&S food, so they're good turkey.
Yeah, nice try, Costa.
And somehow charge more for it. But you know, this is.
I'm a bit partial to the Starbucks festive coffees.
Yeah,
I do quite like their cinnamon and sort of Christmassy spin that they put on
gingerbread.
I don't like coffee being dicked around with like that.
Emma hasn't likes her.
I do.
Emma likes the eggnog lattes, but I'm with
it's a bit much. I think the eggnog latte is a bit much. Like it's just a bit
eggnog.
Wait, do you know?
No, I don't like eggnog. I don't trust it.
The way you have to think about eggnog, and this is what completely turned me around to it, is it's just booze custard that you're allowed to have by the pint.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And like, because I always used to think, sounds disgusting. It's got fucking eggs and stuff in it, but no, it's just boozy custard. You don't even have to use a spoon.
I'm the guy you find at the end of the Christmas dinner, like hiding under the table, just like licking the pat of brandy butter. Like, so, booze custard sounds brilliant to me. I like booze butter, so booze custard. I quite like that Aldi have a very big range of utterly bizarre. I mean, Christmas is like a time for cheese, right? Am I talking to the yeah Christmas cheeses?
Look at us.
I like the fact that Aldi has all of their like wax encapsulated random cheeses that people are gonna be like, oh, I saw that you've got the brandy infused cheddar, or like the ocean cheddar with chives, so I'm really looking forward to digging into some of those, because I just like sort of hacking away at the wax, like excavating it like I'm some sort of like gold rush era miner.
It was like a giant baby bell.
What do you have, a cheese pickaxe?
Yeah, man. Seriously, it's like a fucking half an inch of like wax, and then you open
especially
it
if it's
up
been
and
in the
you're
fridge. It's
yeah, that shit sets.
Quite the crust on it.
I had a very good Christmas lunch actually at work. The work cafeteria put on a very good Christmas lunch. So props to Tanya in the caf, if you're watching, Tanya, which you're probably not, but props. That was a great lunch.
To be honest, I've just been eating a lot of mince pies.
Okay, so this is a whole section on its own.
Don't really like them.
That's my main Christmas food. It's like I even had my first mince pie in November because it was a Costa one, and they're really good. And I said, "Can I have a mince pie?" And they said, "Do you want some cream?" I said, "Yes." "Do you want squirty cream?" I said,
Why are you
"Yes,
being
please."
so like
What they did?
attitudey with them?
I don't know. I don't know.
They said, "Do you want cream?" I said, "Yes."
Do you want
They said, "Where?"
Yes, Jessica.
In
I
my
do.
mouth.
He fronts up to me and he's like, "Do you want cream?" And I just stare him right down. I don't move. I don't flinch. I don't move back an inch. I say, "Yes, mate. I want cream."
What do you think I am? I'm a fucking muppet. Of course I want cream.
You sound like a mid-2000s.
Anyway, they said, "Do you want squirty cream?" Yeah. What's his name?
Needless aggression over cream.
Anyway,
saying?
I said, "Yes, please."
You're saying that I don't like cream. I'm going to grab you by your melon head.
Anyway, the two young ladies gave me a lot of cream with my mince pie. It was really good. Anyway, I've had a lot of
How
mince pies.
did you make that sound grubby?
Because it's me.
So the best ones I've had like so far this year were Sainsbury's bakery, like fresh, thick crust mince pies, and they come in like a little nondescript plastic box. There's no branding on it or anything. It's like just one of those ones you like go, I'll have 4 mince pies, and they go, bup, 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 bup. And Jodie brought them home, and I opened it up, and I was like, I was really underwhelmed by how they looked. So I was like, these look shit. Like, what are these? Like, did Vinny make these? You know, like Vinny's my son, by the way. That's why that's funny. But honestly, it's so buttery, and the mince inside it, like the mincemeat, it was just fucking gorgeous. Like so nice with a cup of tea.
Was it a really tasty buttery biscuit base?
It was a really tasty buttery. Yes, they do make exceedingly good cakes, mince pies. You get it. It's funny. It's a joke. It's a reference to Mr. Kipling.
It's funny. Yeah.
It's hilarious. We usually get the Morrison's best, because the Morrison's best are actually possibly the best.
Is it me, or have the dicked around with mince pies kind of gone by the wayside in favour of
like your Heston Blumenthal nitrogen infused pine tree scented ones with real sap on them?
Yeah,
there's a bit less of that sort of nonsense.
And a mini disc player to listen
economic
to
crisis,
noises.
isn't it? Nobody can afford candied orange peel on everything these days.
Candied balls.
There's a few. It just feels like there's fewer of them, which is
also
good.
like you always get those rankings, and it's always Aldi or Lidl that win it with their ones that cost 15 pence each, and the Waitrose ones that are like 3-4 quid a pop. Everyone thinks are rubbish.
I thought the Morrison's ones usually did pretty well. They were usually up there.
But the same with all that stuff, like mince pies, smoked salmon, all those sort of things that they go crazy with over Christmas. The less dicked around with it, the better.
I'm still amazed by the Aldi business model. Like it's like, so we did our pre-Christmas shop today in Aldi. Me and Jay, I took an hour off work and went with her.
Love
to
the
Aldi.
pre-Christmas shop.
And like we spent £170 in Aldi, and we walked away with so much food. I know for a fact that if I went into Sainsbury's or Tesco's and spent 172, I would have come out with, I don't know, maybe a bag for life full of stuff.
Couple of bags. Yeah.
A couple of bags. But like we came back with like, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 massive holdalls full of food. I'm blown away. It's like the old days back in Poundland, where Poundland actually sold stuff for £1 rather than £1.50 or a couple of quid or something like that. But it was amazing. I was absolutely flabbergasted. It just boggles my mind. Absolutely boggles my mind. There's something weird going on there. The rest of the economy is collapsing, whereas Aldi's like, have this washing up liquid for 22 pence a bottle, and you're like, what?
You can sort of sit like they're sort of, if you ever need help in there, you're fucked. Because there's no staff, and the staff are not there to help you. You are an impediment to them getting the shelves stacked, and they will run you over with a cage. And like
they are.
Unless
like
you are
people are there to throw stuff down a line, whereas
you're just going to hold a bag open at the end.
Whereas the stockers are there to throw stuff onto shelves, and it's like if you ask them a question, someone broke like a massive Christmas ornament while we were there, and was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry." The shop person didn't say a word. They just went up, swiped it up, and walked away. Didn't say anything to this person. This person's like, do I have to pay for that? Or like, what's going on?
Checkout. So like... you're not meant to try and bag at the checkout. You're meant to put it back in your trolley and then go to the little bench at the end.
That's
but
right.
Everyone, nobody does that. But yeah, you've got to be an absolute fucking ninja to get all your stuff in the bag.
There's nothing more stressful than the Aldi checkouts. True, that is true. But the best thing,
I don't know. There might be more things, but it's
War.
stressful.
War.
Okay. War. We are experts on this now.
Yes, you
but
are.
Like, it's the way they start like the previous person is still sort of picking up their stuff and saying bye bye, and they've already done like 6 of your things, and you can't get down the end to start fielding stuff, and they're just like eggs, chuck 'em, wine, chuck it. You've really got to be on your game.
The Aldi middle aisle is a magic.
Wasn't there a documentary about the concept behind the Aldi middle aisle on the BBC the other week?
Was there? Probably, I don't know.
There was, yeah. I think it's called Secrets of the Middle Aisle. I haven't watched it yet, but I am.
It must be job baggers. It must be people who like go to the big wholesalers and just go, "What are you not shifting?"
But don't you find like there's always
and they go these rubber-soled slippers, man. These are not selling.
They've always got a lot of stuff for dealing with septic tanks attached to campers. And I can't believe there's that many people in this country that need that sort of equipment.
So it's a hole in the market, though, isn't it?
This is a battery that means that your septic tank pump can run when you're not plugged into the mains. And a bit of your head is going, that sounds quite useful. I'll probably need that. Yeah.
I like the I think Russ, you and I had the same experience where there was one time I was in Aldi where I spent a lot of time standing in front of a diesel generator going 75 quid for a diesel generator. I mean, if that bunker I've been building in the back garden, that could be really useful for powering some stuff down there.
Diesel's coming down in price now as well.
Day at work where somebody goes, "Oh, I've left my phone charger at home." You're like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll sort you out."
Actually, when I lived on Easdale, the Aldi Middle Aisle basically had island survival shit on it quite often. That's a really handy toolkit. Like the axes, stuff to build a boat. You can find anything.
I like this idea that this list of bestsellers is entirely funded by the Oban Aldi, which is just like, fucking hell, this is really useful.
We just picked this one as like the most representative.
Yeah. A generator would be, I've toyed with game when I was in the past.
It's just like, yeah, I could make this work. I could make this work. Yeah. Oh, good times, man. But then they also have very weird stuff as well. There's also the
yes, what we've just been talking about isn't the weird stuff.
No, fair dues. They do an awful. I remember once being walking into an Aldi and seeing one of those big kind of sort of cages in the middle aisle filled to the top with Airfix models, like the starter kits with paints and stuff. And how
many of those did you buy?
Well, I had quite a few of them, but I found a few that I didn't have in there. So yeah, they're still on the shelf up there.
I'm pretty close to buying into the whole Airfix thing. I've been watching far too many videos in the spare 2 minutes that I have of takeoffs and landings from RAF Lakenheath.
Oh,
and
beautiful.
And yeah, the other morning I was very excited with a quick climb from an F-35, and now I'm thinking, do I want to build Airfix models? Is that where I'm going now? Is that the next step? Am I going to
get yourself a jet fighter? Because jet fighters are, they're big areas to paint and all that sort of stuff. Like, you could probably pick up a model of an F-35B, and like it's all.
Yeah, you could.
You could just literally paint, it's like put it all together, paint it grey, get a dark wash, put that over, seal it with varnish, and like that. It would be a really simple one to build, but I guarantee you, man, you'll get bitten by the bug.
Yeah.
They've had a load of F-22s at Lakenheath recently as well. I've noticed.
Oh, the Raptors,
yeah, they're quite cool as well. But this is because I've got absolutely nothing to add to current events or anything, because all I've done is watch videos of planes taking off and landing in between doing a vast amount of work.
The Tories are still in power.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, nothing's changed on that front, mate. I know it's been a fair few weeks, but they're still in power. And to be fair, that's probably it, really. That's usually the defining bit of news. Oh, by the way, I have to recommend, like, if no one's seen it yet, there's an excellent end of year, like an hour-long interview with Ian Hislop, kind of reviewing the year. I'll try and find the link and drop it.
I've seen that. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
And in here as well.
Yeah, looks really good.
It's excellent. It's brilliant. I mean, Ian Hislop's brilliant anyway, but a whole hour of him just being conversational and talking about what he's seen happen over the year, it was superb. No one can satire the government like that, man. It's amazing. So good.
I don't know. The government try and do it themselves.
They give people a lot of ammunition, I think. But anyway,
quick question, and this is not for this episode, so I don't want to discuss it too much. But in the future, we are definitely going to have to discuss this. Has everyone watched Andor yet?
Not finished.
No. Shut your fucking balls.
Start to finish.
Russ?
No, I haven't seen it yet. So you're not
fucking watch it then, you fucking bellend.
I haven't had a chance.
Dan, if I speak in code, I think I can get across this. It was and is one of the best Star Wars things I've ever watched. Like, it was great.
It really
was great, to the point that my wife was an incredibly willing watcher of it with me.
It's so tense. I sometimes just couldn't watch it. I just needed don't know if I'm. It's so emotional. I love it.
Can I say this? Is this a spoiler?
I will kill you.
I know. It's I just see.
It's so fucking good.
But he looks so angry in the Frozen image.
Yeah, my internet's going a bit crap. Just keep going.
Yeah, Russ has frozen a little bit. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, superb, Dan. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, right?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, that's the other thing I did.
Spoiler: he's the guy that's in Rogue One.
Oh my god, yeah. He goes on to. Well, I don't want to spoil Rogue One for everyone.
But he arguably becomes one of the greatest heroes of the rebellion, probably.
Yeah, maybe at some point. Something that rhymes with Beth Bar bands.
Does it?
Yeah, no, not really.
No, come on, move on, because you are like seconds away from Duncan inadvertently blurting out some major plot point.
No, I'm not, because I haven't finished it. I'm working my way through it, and I'm savouring every moment.
No, but I can tell you're about to say, I'm only up to the bit where, and then I'll be forced to kill you, and you're the furthest away, so it'll be really inconvenient.
Well, you can just wait until I might be around the corner. So,
bit where he really Andors that thing up. Fucking hell, unbelievable! What an Andor!
Yeah, man, I love that becomes the catchphrase of the whole series. You know, we're going to go in there.
I've been watching a lot of something sort of related.
Please don't say Below Deck.
No. Although we've been watching a lot of Below Deck on the latest series of Med at the moment. Fucking brilliant. But no, have you ever seen the YouTube videos by this guy called Ben Eater that does like really fundamental computer science stuff? Like, as in, back to everything being voltages and ones and zeros, that kind of level. And like he builds a whole computer out of like fucking resistors and capacitors and things. Very good.
No, I can't say I have.
Very worthwhile. He makes me think of Andor because he keeps talking about logic gates. So he talks about AND gates and OR gates a lot. But his videos are fantastic. It's like somebody described it as the Bob Ross of computer science, and that's exactly what it is. He's got this wonderful, like, gentle voice, and he just very calmly explains to you how microprocessors work in a way that makes you think you understand them for about 5 minutes afterwards.
I'm just going to put this little capacitor down here.
That's pretty much what it is. It's so good. Genuinely, like, watch his series on building the 6502 computer. It's hypnotic stuff. It's brilliant.
Awesome.
I would, but I was watching Andor.
And that's going to be our little secret, that little capacitor down there. And if you
tell anyone
that capacitor is there, I will cut you.
That's very funny, that bit. Anyone watch Mythic Quest?
No, we're saving up.
Say that I have.
For some reason, I've got streaming services all over the place, but I'm super tight with the Apple one. So I'll wait until there's like a load of Mythic
there's
Quest
fuck all on it
and
except
Ted
for
Lasso.
Mythic Quest and Ted Lasso.
And Long Way Round, Long Way Down, and Long Way Up.
Long way through.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that.
But yeah, we save all those up and then we sort of just churn through them in a week.
Recently.
I finally watched Long Way Up with them on the electric bikes, and it was, to quote a great man, amazing. It was amazing.
Ewan here.
It's so good. And also what was quite funny was that he really does say amazing an awful lot. He describes pretty much everything that is of note, like in his world, as amazing. That's amazing. Look at this lake. It's amazing. It's just amazing. Anyway.
I'd like to give a shout out to someone. Nicola has been working her way through all the films we rated in our World Cup of Christmas films last year.
Get
Nice.
in. Nice to see
Yes, well done, Nicola. Thank you.
that it's helping someone enjoy cinema.
We haven't done a World Cup of something, and we just had a literal World Cup recently. So maybe in the new year we need to think about what our next World Cup of is going to be.
I was just going to ask, like, did anyone really expect football to come home this time around? No. It didn't come home.
I don't think anyone ever
didn't
really
it?
expects it to.
I think you'll find football came home several months before when the Lionesses actually brought football home.
Well, exactly.
Oh, well, I was referring only to this particular World Cup that has literally just been played in Qatar. I do not want to diminish the achievements of the Lionesses.
Which are better than... the
Someone explained to me, like I'm an idiot, what happened with Salt Bay.
What?
Because
He tried to steal the trophy out of the hands of... I'm not a football fan, so I don't know any of their names, but he tried to take the trophy out of the hand of a Argentinian player who was, to be fair to him, celebrating their amazing win over France, I believe it was, and then did his Salt Bay gesture over the trophy, and most people are accusing him of being basically like an attention-seeking, trying to turn it to his advantage. Yeah.
Well, that's been his business model since day one.
Yeah.
Fair play to him, because he convinces people to spend upwards of 200 quid on a steak. And I'm sure they're very nice, but they're not worth that much. And you can get exactly the same, probably done better somewhere else.
His reputation is very much, like 20 quid steaks for 200 pounds. I mean, you're absolutely right. It's like, there's generally not great quality meat, but you see people like Andrew Tate, sitting there with all his bros, enjoying this ridiculously expensive steak that's covered in gold flake or whatever it is, like, looking like, I don't know, making out like they're the Mac Daddies for doing that. It's like, I'm sorry, but you're trying to tell people to be good with their money and how to invest it and stuff, and then you're spunking all that money on a complete waste. I mean, it might be an experience, but I don't really want someone else's skin flakes running off their arms, mixing with salt and going all over my, you know what I mean? Salt Bay, I would love one of your steaks, but please, I will put the salt on my steak. I don't want you just sprinkling that shit down your arm. I don't want your skin in it. I'm all right with my skin. It's no harm, no foul. Thanks, Bay. Mr. Bay. Is that his name? I don't know. Is his name actually Salt Bay?
His name is Salt Bay. Yeah.
Because who the hell names their child Salt?
It's not
his name is not Salt Bay. Because, imagine that goes, well, my name's Salt Bay, so I'm going to get famous for putting salt on things. No. Okay, so, according to Jack, only the top FIFA officials and the winning team are allowed to hold the trophy, as it does have a history of going missing. It did go missing. It went missing when we had it.
Didn't a dog called Pickles find
it got found in a hedge, didn't it?
I seem to remember. I think the dog was called Pickles.
Okay, this is news.
No, it is. I'll guarantee you.
Also, shout out to Kaz as well, because now I shouted out someone, so now I'm going to shout out a lot of other people. So, Tom, you have a lovely voice, apparently.
Who says that? Who said that?
Kaz says that. Kaz said that.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you. Recognition at last.
I'm off now.
I mean, Emma also thinks you've got a lovely voice.
That's true. Emma has said that before.
Shout out to Emma as well.
Massive shout out to Emma. I appreciate it. Some have described it as honey. The sound of honey dripping off the slow revving engine of a Jaguar E-Type.
Sure, I can't tell. Is it me? So the other thing I saw a couple of Richard Madeley clips is making himself look like an absolute fucking bell end in front of Mick Lynch.
Are you saying that I'm making myself look like an absolute bell end in front of...
No, I don't know why, but for some reason this just came to mind. Richard Madeley is just becoming Alan Partridge.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like he is just becoming... He is becoming indistinguishable from Alan Partridge.
Yeah,
I don't know why that made me think of that.
He's very funny, but he doesn't intend to be.
It must really annoy Steve Coogan, because he's literally like, hang on, the whole point of Alan Partridge is that it's an outrageous presenter that would never say the things that he says or behave in the way that he says on live TV. And you have someone who almost po-faced behaves and acts like this all the time without provocation. Like, no one's saying, "Go on, Richard, say the thing." He's just like, "I'm going to say the thing," you know. It just, yeah. I mean, I absolutely love those. There's all those lists, isn't there, of like, you know, Madeley or Partridge, and sometimes it is genuinely impossible to work out which one is which.
Bless him.
Yeah, it is.
Shout out to Baz
Shout out to Baz as well, obviously, yeah, and Jack
and Phil.
Yeah, and DJ EZ.
This is So I've just found one here. This is Was this Madeley or Partridge? Stop crying. This is supposed to make you happy. Anyway, after the break, the biggest dog in the UK, and he really is big. Don't miss it. Was that Madeley or Partridge?
You see, it's too ridiculous to be Partridge. It's got to be Richard Madeley.
That was Richard Madeley. That was Richard
Incredible.
Madeley. And then 2, this is brilliant. Number 2. What do you notice most that has changed during your 18 years in jail? Cars have 5 gears now, for example.
It has to be Partridge.
I'm delighted to tell you that was Richard Madeley.
That can't, are these independently verified? That's too insane to be real.
You should have heard how he was going at Mick Lynch. Mitch Lynch has been painted to be the one of the worst human beings in the country at the moment, and all he's trying to do
nobody's
is
buying
get people
that.
some fucking money.
Because
You reckon? People are definitely buying it.
The only people that are buying it are the people who were always going to think that. I think for the you've got people who were decided anyway. For the vast majority of people, he's come across as witty, intelligent, and fair for the most part.
Yeah.
The only people that have decided he's an arsehole were always going to think that.
Yeah.
Can I just do one more? Because it's very funny and it just really amused me. Okay, so this one. You look at the beach and you think, pretty, pretty lovely golden sand. That's safe. Not in certain parts of the country. Quicksand.
Surely that's Partridge.
Again, I'm delighted to say that's Richard Madeley.
I would hope that Madeley or Partridge, that entire list, is actually just all Richard Madeley.
I've gone down to the answers at the bottom, and they are. I mean, it's definitely 80% Madeley. It's very good.
Quicksand. Fucking hell. Oh, that is amazing. I love it. Christmas, innit? We haven't done any really Christmassy things. We should probably talk something Christmas. We talked about mince pies for a bit.
All right.
Talked about the Aldi Middle Aisle for a good 40 minutes, it felt like.
Yeah, plenty of stocking fillers
We'll
to
do a full special on the Aldi Middle Aisle next year.
Yeah, love letters for Aldi Middle Aisle.
We should all go and spend a maximum of say £15 in the Aldi Middle Aisle, and we've got to come back and see what see who's got the best purchase.
What a weird bargain.
I'm well up for that, by the way.
That should be that. If the world opens up to the point where we ever do this we record this ever in the same place again, we should almost do a Secret Santa where we kind of go like, it's £10 or £20 middle aisle Aldi, Secret Santa, and we got to do it like that.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Funny.
We'll do it. We'll stagger it. We each go 1 month, and then the next month the next person goes, so that we don't end up with the same stuff.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah. So it'll be a slow burn.
As seasonal as possible as well. I think you've got to go. Like, if you're going in summer, you're looking for something that someone can take on their summer holidays potentially.
Easter would be difficult for me because I would always go for like a pack of mini eggs in there, but of course you can get them all year round, so that's not very seasonal. It doesn't feel seasonal.
Let's face it, straight after Christmas you're going to be able to get mini eggs.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, because for half of the year you can get fucking mini eggs. Like, even if they are seasonal, half of the year.
Has he just? He's taken us offline.
He's just muted Dan.
You can't censor me. That's not very. What are you doing? That's not how
Free
this works.
speech jail.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Thought police.
All right, shall we do? Christmas
I've had my
specials?
thoughts read out on the Joe Rogan show.
Oh,
I haven't.
yeah, not today. Not so close to Christmas.
Well, what's Joe Rogan done? Have I missed something?
But he's not been particularly
Seriously. Why was he done? This is new.
Nice. What?
I've been at work my entire life, Tom. What's happened?
Let me hang on.
Has something happened like
Okay,
today?
okay. Well, I'll talk about it afterwards.
No. There was just well, there's just been a lot of there's just been, I don't know, there's from what I can tell, being a TikTok pundit, there's just a lot of negativity towards him at the moment.
All
Well,
right,
he's
yeah.
a bellend. You know, he's yeah.
Well, I just don't like him, so when anyone brings him up, I just immediately go,
Well, I don't think anyone likes him. Not here.
no.
Russ Musk, Bass has said, because you censored me for my free speech. Unbelievable.
I thought you were referring to
Should we do
my
Christmas specials?
my
Yes,
Christmas fragrance that
Okay.
I've got coming out.
Or he's Elon Russ.
Elon Musk surely is the one. Yeah, there you go.
I do like the idea though of Russ bringing out a scent.
Yeah,
Russ.
signature scent.
Rusk. Just called Rusk.
Rusk. It smells like children's biscuits.
That just sounds like it could be like moldy corn or something.
Rusk, the whiff of plugs.
Yeah, just a hint of insulation to it.
yeah. Excellent.
Right.
Sorry, Duncan actually has diligently been trying to re-rail back
I know,
onto Christmas
amazing. I've been
specials.
going,
for
should we
once.
do Christmas specials quickly?
Yeah, just quick. I've only got like one, so
I think so. I might have two, but
So this is like Christmas
Right, who'll
specials
start
that we
them?
would want to
What are we
happen.
doing? Is this Christmas specials we'd like to see?
yeah. So like, yeah, and he can be as serious or as jokey as you like.
all right. Well, Dan, you've got one, so why don't you crack on?
Okay, I would like to see an Ozark Christmas special where, oh no, they've embezzled all the money and it's gone bad, or their nest egg for the Christmas fund and it's gone bad. Guess they're going to have to rip off the entire village, so that, and it end just like that, pretty much.
Yeah, nice,
Look,
nice.
they've taken more money out of the cafe boatyard thing that they've got. Turns out now no one can feed their family, but on the plus side, they can buy nice Christmas presents for their own family. That's pretty much every episode of Ozark, anyway. So
I've not watched it, but it sounds like
sounds,
such a
Ozark's the
stressful
most
show.
stressful fucking show on the planet.
We've lost Russ.
Oh, we've lost Russ.
Yeah, my internet's been rubbish. Keep going.
It's the most stressful show I've ever watched, except for the second to last episode of The Bear, which is the most stressed. It's the second to last episode of The Bear, where it is genuinely just you're in the kitchen when everything is going 100% wrong. It's just The Bear is if not for Andor, The Bear is the second best show I've watched this year. It is fucking phenomenal. I love it. So yeah. But yeah. Anyway, so Christmas special Ozark, where they ruin everyone else's Christmas so they can have a good one. Anyway.
Mine's a very simple one. I'd just like to see another Gavin and Stacey Christmas special.
Fair enough.
As much as I don't like James Corden very much, I still like that show, and I would quite like to see another one of them continue the story a bit. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get my wish, though.
Aww.
No, I don't think so either.
So I thought it'd be quite nice seeing The Expanse Christmas special, where essentially the crew of the Rocinante have to go and save. I think it's Amos. Basically, I just want Amos to go out and save Christmas for a bunch of orphans.
Yeah, I could see that.
A load of belters and something like a Christmas, a special parcel shuttle goes awry, something, and Amos has to go in. They all just go in and save Christmas, and they're the ones that end up delivering the presents. And it's all very lovely and heartwarming.
Yeah, excellent.
Love it.
And Amos just goes ho ho ho. I don't know, just lots of Amos. Let's face it.
It just sounds like you've been like idly dreaming about this and have just written it down
Whilst I was washing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Washing up.
I quite so the special that I'd like. So I was going to go for a film, if that's okay, if that's allowed.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see a Top Gun Maverick Christmas special where they're just going on another mission, and at one point, if you pause it just right, you can see on the corner of a computer screen that it's the 24th of December. No other mention is made of Christmas, and it's just another Top Gun movie.
You know we are going to get another Top Gun movie, right?
Yeah,
that is now almost certainly going to happen.
It's made so much money, it'll definitely happen.
Yeah. And I'm all for it. I'll go see it. It's so fucking good.
It's
isn't
so
it?
good.
It is.
It's tight as a drum, that film. It is tight as a drum.
Yeah.
It is brilliant. Yeah, I've recommended it to basically anyone who will listen.
I don't want to give away what my film of the year is because we're doing it on Marveling Marvel. We're going to do our top 10 films and top 10 TV series of the year. But it might be quite high. It might be very high, in fact.
Would it be Mach 10 high?
It's definitely in the top 10. Let me put it that way. Yeah, it reaches Mach 10.
I mean, it's an 8th generation film, isn't it? I mean, it's...
Yeah, it's. I mean, I thought The Batman was my film of the year, and I think Top Gun is a better film. Let me put it that way. And yeah, it might be number
seen
one.
The Batman.
It's really good, really fucking good.
Yeah, I get Twilight vibes from it.
Dude, shut the fuck up! Like Rob Pattinson has been in other films.
Yeah,
apart from Twilight.
he is actually really good.
Yeah.
I don't think he has been in other films. Actually. I think it's mainly been Twilight.
Sure.
Moving on before Dan explodes.
He was one of the Sesame Street puppets for a while, wasn't he?
Was he? Is that a thing?
Wasn't he? Bert? Emo Bert?
What are you on about?
I don't know. He looks a bit like the puppet Bert from Sesame Street to me.
So another Christmas special. I would like to see a Terminator Christmas special where in the dark future Santa comes in and essentially has to go and save John Connor. I don't know. I just thought
From having a shit Christmas.
Yeah, from having a shit Christmas. And so it's just Santa Claus and all the reindeer who are actually female. Like all the reindeer, they're all ladies.
And what about maybe the Terminators and, the human resistance, like declaring a Christmas truce?
Exactly.
And playing football, on the nuclear wasteland.
That feels unlikely.
I think that would be quite nice.
It's only the limitations of our imagination that ever stop creativity, Russ.
Sure, yeah.
And the opening credits is like with the Terminators walking across and they just crush a bauble, then crush a Christmas present. And
can you imagine them adding the jingle bell effect?
And Rudolph, you got the reindeer coming through, and then they turn, and it's just like robot red eye.
Yeah, like half face off. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I would also just like alternative Christmas movie, which isn't soppy, a rom-com, or anything like needing to get home. I just want like one that is a pagan winter solstice festival. Just something like that. Maybe not even bloody and scary, just like, yay.
I would like, not even erotic. I would like Red Shoe Diaries Christmas special. And what I want to happen in it is every time it is about to get into what looks like pornography, it does something really wholesome instead. Like, so the whole thing is like, and here's where the boob. No, they're going to hang some tinsel on the tree instead.
Hey, do you fancy a portion of this turkey?
Yeah, that I have lovingly made for both of us because it's Christmas.
I want to give you a stuffing. Straight out the oven, fresh, hot as you like. It's all cooked. There are oysters in it. Anyway.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Red Shoe Diaries.
Oh, narrated by David Duchovny of all people.
It was December 24th.
Right. Can we read this?
So speaking of pornography, we've got some slash fiction. Buck up, guys. Trousers off. Let's get to it.
Is this the sort of thing that we want to encourage people to be sending in unsolicited?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because
trust me on this one, Russ.
We were going to do. We put it out on the Discords, which everyone should.
Next year. I know Russ doesn't want to do it, but tough shit. Christmas slash fiction next year.
Gotta do it.
All of us. Okay.
So Aldi Middle Aisle.
These just aren't feelings that I want to have
fiction.
while looking at the three of you.
Just
eye contact the whole time. Yeah.
Just wait. This is pure brilliance.
Yeah.
So thank you for Will getting involved. Very much appreciated. So are you ready? Buckle up.
Is it a long one?
No. One snowy December day, Guns N' Roses were chilling out on their tour bus. Everyone was having a good old time. The Jack Daniels was flowing, and there was. I'm not going to be able to do this, am I? And there was an unmistakable stench of day-old sweat from the previous night's gig. Just as Duff was pulling out a bag of his finest Mexican herb, Axl stormed into the back, yelling in his usual forthright tone. Slash couldn't tell what he was yelling about. The Surrey man was usually just tuned out the irritating American. Slash looked at the bottle of bourbon in his hand. How much of this have I had? He wistfully thought to himself as Axl continues to yell. Then, as if from nowhere, a single solitary word Axl yelled pulled Slash immediately to his surroundings, away from his listful daydreaming. A word Axl had used before. A word tinged with historical significance. A word used to put down an entire race of people. A word of oppression designed to make Slash feel like the other. Slash looked up through his thick curly locks and looked at the scrawny leader of the band. His vision narrowed as the rage quickly built inside of him. Before Axl could utter another word, Slash was up, fists of righteous anger balled by his sides. Swiftly he dealt blows to the lead singer of the band's face. Visceral thwacks of knuckles meeting flesh rang out in the small tour bus back seat. Again, Slash rained down blows upon his foe, whose faces bruised and bled where the guitarist's callous hands hit their mark. No one else in the band tried to stop him. Slash hit Axl again, and then stopped, his energy spent. He looked down at the ruined face of Axl. He was missing teeth, his cheeks swelled with blood, and his signature headband was sticky with the vitae. Slash sat back where he had been just moments before, uttering a single phrase as he did so. Merry Christmas. That's it.
It's slash fiction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just got that.
Fuck's sake, Tom.
Ding!
I get it.
Because his name's Slash.
Yeah, that's great.
Look, the lights are switched on over Tom's head. Ding! Just got it. Because he's not paying attention. He's on his phone.
Very good.
I am. I asked my wife, like, do the bins go out? Like, should I take the bins out tonight? And she was like, it's Wednesday. I'm already at that point in Christmas where I can't remember what day it is.
But like every day is Sunday until you have to go back to work.
That's true.
Like, you don't have to get up particularly early. You're not really sure if the shops are going to be open or not.
They fucking are. I can tell you that for free. I can tell you that for free. They fucking will be. Sorry.
Calm down.
I am calm.
Anyway,
sorry for
that was excellent. Thank you very much for sending that in, and I would encourage more unsolicited.
Yes, send us your porn stories. Let's get them. Going.
Unsolicited. I literally asked for it on Discord, but you motherfuckers aren't on it. So
yeah, let's get some fucking porn stories in.
Yeah, I'm on Discord.
Send us your mucky fucking stories in. We'll read them out.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
it's just loads of filth, please.
Yeah, just as much filth as you can possibly handle. Send it all in. Fuck it.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. So shall I wrap this up?
I'm feeling we might regret that.
I tell you what, this has been so nice. It's been so nice to get back on the stream, back on the podcast, and back in a virtual room with you guys. I just want to say that this year I have been very thankful for you guys. It's been great fun doing this podcast with you all year, and I'm really looking forward to another year of it. It's wicked.
We've already got some plans. We're going to go to the Aldi Middle Aisle. We still haven't done the Nando's cast.
No, we haven't done a Nando's cast yet.
Okay, I think just watching the four of us shovel in peri peri chicken, probably a very niche audience for that. If you just want to go to Nando's, we can go to Nando's. They've redone the one in St Albans. It's had a refurbishment. I haven't been in there yet.
Maybe.
Sounds to me like they need a well-known and well-respected and sponsored podcast to come along. And
sponsored by Nando's. Anyway, we're going to talk about spunk. So,
so line up with your checkbooks.
I've got a good Nando's-related dirty joke stolen from Gary Delaney.
Go on then.
The bit in between the front door and the back door at a Nando's is called the periperineum.
Nice. Good times. Anyway, on that Christmas note, thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much also for listening. If you were listening instead of watching us on the stream, that's fine, but maybe use your eyes next time. If you want to listen to all our podcasts, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, any other podcatchers as well. There's ton. I mean, I've Googled our podcast before and I've found us on all sorts of podcatchers before, very random ones. So if you subscribe to any of those and not the mainstream ones that all the cool kids subscribe to, then that's fine. That's your life choice. We are also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Use the handle @TMTOOH. And I'm pretty sure Dan raised his hand there. I'm pretty sure podcast-wise...
Okay, so I will, over the Christmas gooch, I'll be getting up all of the podcasts. And the other thing I'll be doing is we're doing a special Marveling Marvel. We haven't done a Marveling Marvel in ages. So we're doing our top 10 TV series, our top 10 films, and we want everyone to send their top films and top TV series in as well.
Of the year.
2 films.
Of the year, yeah, not just top 10 films, but top 10 films, top 10 TV series of the year.
Nice.
And we'll read them out on the podcast. And on top of which, no Too Much Time on Our Hands next week, because I'm recording that on Wednesday, so I guess we're not doing that this week. So no Too Much Time on Our Hands live stream next week. There will be a podcast, which will be the Marveling Marvel one. But the following week, we'll be back with a vengeance every week.
Back in the new year.
Hooray.
Back in the new year. Yeah,
52 episodes ahead. And really looking forward to it. So thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching, for everyone for listening. Goodbye, Russ.
Let's, boys.
Goodbye, Duncan.
Merry Christmas all and a Happy New Year.
Goodbye, Dan.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal cunts.
It's goodbye from me, Tom, and on behalf of everyone around this table, very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, see you in the new year, and on that note, let's cue the music.
May your stockings